On International Women's Day, do yourself a favor and get a ticket for Cabrini, an amazing experience that needs to be behold within the silver screen. Hey guys, my name is Joseph Curtis, and if you love movies just as much as me, you have come to the right place. Now do me a huge solid and click that like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to follow me on the following social platforms, that would be great as well. Now, let's start talking Cabrini. After witnessing disease and poverty in the slums of New York, Italian immigrant Cabrini embarks on a daring journey to persuade the hostile mayor to provide housing, healthcare for hundreds of orphan children. When I say the opening of this film is devastating, I am not holding back. This is actually coming from the same director who made one of the best movies from last year, Sound of Freedom. And in this setting, you're taken to like 1890, 1899 in the heart of New York, where there are countless of Italian immigrants and a lot of children that are turned to orphans because the parents die of disease and through that poverty, which then comes the disease because they don't have food on the table for themselves or their children. And now we're here with this story of Cabrini who wants to help, who wants to start her mission in the West. I am completely blown away when it comes to the perspective of storytelling, cinematography. I'll get to that later because this movie is beautiful. The performances, the dialogue, and obviously I'll start with the main thing, and that's Cabrini. This character could easily come across as a cliche, but she's not. And it's through the writing and the execution of her performance, played flawlessly by Christiana Dell'Anna, which saves the entirety of the film. And what I mean by save is that there was nothing really wrong with this movie. It just gets elevated through this raw performance by her. The movie does an excellent job of showcasing how tough it was, not just for a woman to help her community, but an Italian immigrant woman. Not only the church and the pimps are in her way, but the mayor of New York, who is played excellently by John Lithgow, and he isn't kindly to her approach. It's during these conflicts, not just with the mayor, but with countless of objectives that get in her way, that get into her mission, her purpose, that she just pushes right through, and you see the mission, you buy into it, and you are rooting for her. You feel like you're one of the nuns. You feel like you're in the crew, and you say, sign me up, where do I go? She lives her life with a purpose. As if this is her last day to live, you are convinced by Christiana's beautiful, authentic performance in every single sequence. And to give you an example, because I'm just saying this to you guys, and you're probably like, Joseph, we get it, you really love her performance, but let me just set the ground for you. Opening of the film is with this boy, and it's a heartbreaking sequence of this boy, so I don't want to give into too many specifics, but after that moment, there is this blackout shot, and all you hear is coughing, and slowly, the light in the center of the screen beams. It's a window, and all you see in the center is the window and a woman in front of it coughing, and there's somebody saying, hey, do you need any help? And she says, no, I'm good. And it's about a solid minute or two for this shot of just utter darkness, Cabrini in the center, and light hitting her back, and she's the only thing visible in the room. And I truly found that to be the core of this film in a literal sense and a spiritual sense, because to me, that moment represents all you need to know about Cabrini is her selflessness, that she is a light, and she wants to be able to give that light to other people. As she says, she wants to make an empire, and I believe that is an empire of light. And through the beautiful direction and cinematography, you immerse yourself into the character of Cabrini, and you feel that light hit you in that amazing shot. I technically saw this movie in January, at the end of January, and I am completely honored by Angel Studios, so thank you so much for this. You need to see this on the big screen, because I'm looking forward to seeing this on the big screen. It's moments like that that remind me why I go to the theaters, and I just had to talk about that because it's one thing to say this performance is amazing and blah, 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 generic words, but it's another thing to let people know, here's an example of why I think the performance is amazing. It's not just through words, but it's through actions, and it's through shots that feel like there's nothing going on, but there is a whole lot more going on, even if you don't have dialogue happening. I just had to give the shout out to the cinematographer because they did an excellent job, and they actually did the cinematography for Sound of Freedom, and I cannot wait to see more of what they do hopefully with this director, because this director knows how to ground you in reality and sadness, but hope, all in this beautiful package. I'm not saying it's better than Sound of Freedom, but it doesn't even matter to compare. It's just a beautiful film. I guess if there was something wrong with this film, it's very, very small, but some of the pacing does get a little bit tiresome near the middle. It's not completely boring. It's just you're trying to figure out, okay, where are we going within the plot? You're building your empire, you're helping people, but where is this going to go? And then immediately does pick up about 10 or 15 minutes, takes some time, but that's probably it. That's my biggest issue with this film. Ultimately, Cabrini is a beautiful, stunning film, not just because of the cinematography, not just because of the amazing performance by the lead who plays Cabrini, but at its core, it's a film about light, and that light that can go to other people. Through her mission, through her life, through her purpose, she was able to help orphans, able to help children in need in a time where they needed it. And it is so beautifully displayed through this amazing experience. I cannot recommend it enough. Please, on International Women's Day, March 8th, please get your ticket. That being said, I'm going to give Cabrini a solid 9 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, Angel Studios, if you want to invite me to other stuff too, that'd be great. Please. But most importantly, guys, don't forget to be blessed.